This is our marriage. This is it. So, comments section. View the comments, and it was Megan. Megan asked, or Megan said, essentially, screen time, social media, kind of like making parents, or perfecting parents, rather. So, I think what she means by that is like, social media making parenting look perfect, like that perfect Instagram picture, maybe.
And then if you don't fit into that category of perfection, that you are like somehow less than.
I don't think our parents had to deal with that as much, because from just my experience, right? If you wanted to, if your parents didn't like what other parents were doing, they didn't voice their opinion on it. They kind of just gossiped, in their little friend groups and at home.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Not to that person. That person really had no idea, unless I said something straight to them. But I just
but there wasn't
that wasn't
very widely seen and known. It was more like, "Ugh, did you see what Linda did?" it was one of those. It was one of those things. More now, it's like people get blasted on the social media.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So
for
that's
the littlest things.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's good in a sense of being educated. If there's something that you're doing that you didn't know was bad or harmful, okay, great, cool. I'm glad you told me that what I was doing wasn't good. It could hurt my kids or whatever. But just the judgment of every decision that you make as a parent, it doesn't matter what it is that you do. Someone's going to be mad about something. You could do everything by the book. Someone's going to be mad about something. You could do things your own way. Someone's going to be mad about something. It truly, truly does not matter what you do as a parent. You're going to make someone mad.
You know what? It's funny though too. So everything I see online as far as the perfect parenting and all that stuff, it's a lot of moms getting hated on by moms.
Oh, for sure.
But then it's a lot of dads hating on moms.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
I don't see a lot of dads really hating on each other about parenting stuff. Which is just funny that moms get so much more of the hate and the blame and everything.
And it doesn't matter. I know I'm a stay-at-home mom, and it doesn't matter what it is that I post about being a stay-at-home mom. There is a salty dad somewhere that's you should be thankful for your husband. And I'm I never said I wasn't.
Yeah.
I could literally just talk about, hey, I've been home all day or whatever. Nothing negative. And then they're well, you should be thanking your husband for that. And it's
yeah, that's so funny because we do. So kind of positionally, right, just to kind of give a little bit of background, I work full time. I'm a blue collar worker. I've worked white collar and blue collar work. I've always kind of gone back and forth. And you've been a stay-at-home mom now for the last 7 years?
6 years.
6 years?
I worked for 3 months.
Yeah.
When our
middle boy, our middle son was born. So our oldest. So our oldest together is actually my second child. So when we talk about 99% of the time, talk about our oldest, that's going to be our 9-year-old. That's mine from my previous marriage. But Danielle's been with him since he was 1. But I don't mind working from home, or being in blue collar, working full time. I used to work from home and it was great, but I've worked both aspects through everything. And all the negativity I've seen that you would get on it, and it's it always made me laugh a little bit because I'm I know you appreciate me. We literally tell each other all the time, I appreciate you staying home and taking care of the kids and the house.
Yeah.
And, and it's just, and you appreciate the sacrifice of me being at work and driving and doing everything that I have to do for work. So, there's no perfect parenting or that imagery. Because the other thing is too, and this is one of the things that drives me nuts about the perfect parenting thing is right. And nothing against people who are well off and wealthy, great, good for them, extremely happy, God bless them. But I think it's the perception of the Instagram mom that has 2 kids, that drives the really fancy SUV, that has the maid or has the nanny or whatever, and they're taking these super glamorized pictures. And it's literally our house, and not that you don't do a good job, because you do, but it's what's the conversation we always have? You can clean everything up, and then literally the
5 minutes later, it's all out again.
It's all destroyed again. And we get on our boys. They put their dishes in the sink. They put things away. They do clean up. But it's just, there's also a level of letting kids be kids.
Exactly.
And I know that was one of your big sticking points was that I grew up in a house where like you could have ate off the floors, right? But there wasn't a lot of times where, you know, my parents got on the ground and played with us, right? I don't remember, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, really my parents playing with us, but I remember the house being spotless.
Right.
Right. And I think, you know, that's good that I grew up in that environment, and, you know, teaches the cleanliness and that kind of stuff. But then seeing our boys, seeing the joy when we get on the floor and play with them, and it's like, yeah, there might be like a little mess in the kitchen or like whatever the case may be. It gets cleaned at the end of the day.
Right. Oh yeah.
But there's really no such thing as perfect parenting, and I that drives me nuts.
Oh yeah.